It's on. Welcome
Excellent.
everyone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the July 8th, 2021 Crypto Arena Ask Me Anything. First news is that we're announcing a winner for the Meowximus from the NFT Impact Contest. The winner is RaikoShin93 with a wallet address ending in 8871C. So congratulations, RaikoShin. We have a number of questions, and I'm going to start asking them so Lorenzo can answer them.
Great.
First question was from Erde, and the question starts with when, of course. When Cat's tokenless market. So I guess Erde would like to know when we'll have a Uniswap listing for cats.
The listings will be right after the round three. Round three, as discussed, we are doing as a double sale event, part as an SHO and part as an IDO in collaboration with two different platforms. One of them, the SHO, is DAO Maker, and that is still in pending confirmation. Basically, we've been through the first scrutiny. We're doing the second one, and we're just waiting for replies from their end. The IDO instead is going to be with TosDis Finance, and basically we're waiting for confirmation from DAO Maker to set the final date because we want to have this, based dual event simultaneously. It's going to be something that you can join with several different chains because of the platforms that we're using and their bridges and connections. Several different chains, several different assets. The price is going to be 30,000 cats to one ETH. Which is obviously cheaper than 25,000 to one ETH, which is the price of listing. Again, we don't have a final date, but the listings should be right after whenever we do round three.
Excellent. Thank you, Lorenzo. Welcome, Johan. I guess you asked a question earlier. We're about to get to that question. And Abe, if you have, Abe just dropped off, but
There he is.
welcome back, Abe. If you have questions, you can leave them directly in the AMA-question-channel channel in the support section. And you can also actually ask to speak and ask the question directly live if for some reason you prefer to ask it with your voice, which is fine too. I'll move on to Johan's question, which is, what do you think about the current situation in the market? Many have postponed their IDO to a later moment when the market is better. Is that also the intention with cats?
I have to say you're not the first to bring this point up, Johan. I am not exactly on the same opinion personally, but it's a group effort within the team as it is within the community and within all the rest of the buyers that we aim to reach. So uh, we'll see. I suppose there's time for the market to recover. We might wait until we have the certainty of doing well, basically. Uh, we should be alright. I think, in fact, that it's an opportunity to buy the dip, and I am personally as bullish as ever.
Same here. Awesome. Thank you again, Lorenzo. And thank you, Johan, for asking that question. We have another question from Surendar, who is not on the call, but hopefully will catch up. Also, welcome to DYCP in the audience. Good to have you here again. One of our super supporters. Surendar asked, when the platform automatically redistributes revenue to the users incrementally, how will the fund be maintained and utilized for the platform maintenance and further developments?
Oh,
Also, it is mentioned that it is a nonprofit, and Surendar would like to know how the process is designed and what is the reason behind this.
well, obviously the process is a complex question. There's a lot of aspects to it. The redistribution of revenue is an excellent question, one that I don't get asked often enough, I would say. First of all, the distribution includes net revenue. Net revenue is gross revenue minus taxation, minus operating expenses, and minus retained earnings. Retained earnings is an allocation that is used in accounting to basically put aside money for maintenance, for expansions, for example, and the likes. So basically, this is a subsystem that is built within our own through an additional wallet that retains funds at a faster rate than it releases them back. Say it accrues part of the revenue as predicted to fulfill the costs that are required every month, but releases it every two. That means there's a build-up, basically, like a cushion, an economic cushion that builds up and releases with a slight delay. The second part of the question, what was it, Chris?
Second part was, all right, give me one sec here. Second part was, also it is mentioned that it is a nonprofit, and Surendar would like to know how the process is designed and what the reason behind making Crypto Arena a nonprofit is.
Okay, both great questions. So the corporate structure is composed of two main entities. This is part of a BV and part is a stichting. These are Dutch Netherlands entities. BV is the equivalent of a corporation, so it's a for-profit entity, and the stichting is the equivalent of a non-profit. That's, of course, a non-profit entity. The way it works basically is they both have part of the security tokens, and through complex mechanism involving the security tokens and all of our blockchains, the possession of those security tokens transfers to the stichting over time. As this happens, the shares that the stichting holds increase. And because there's no way for them to go out of there, because the non-profit can't sell shares, it can't do certain things. It can't keep revenue, for example. It can operate a business, but it can't keep revenue. So it has to distribute it. And we build it in such a way that it has to distribute it through the gamified points system. So it becomes a loop, basically. The other question instead was, can you help me, Chris?
Absolutely. The motivation, basically, how the process is designed and the reasons behind it.
The motivation of all of this is to secure a competitive advantage. It allows us to offer trading at better conditions than other platforms can do. Nobody can offer you more than 100% of the revenue that the platform generates as an incentive, and nobody can offer you more transparency than a system that works like ours, basically. It also allows us to align the interests of the various stakeholders that are involved, and by stakeholders I mean customers, I mean the team, I mean the company, I mean even the territories, like the political institutions in which we operate have an interest in us running, because we generate a positive effect for the economy, basically. All of this is useful in business terms because it allows us to offer something that doesn't exist, and that for many reasons many people don't even believe it's possible. There's a saying that if something is free, you are actually the product that is being sold, and I find that to be very true. This system is basically the opposite of that. It still features fees and operates as if for profit. It just can't keep that profit and redistributes it through decentralized subsystems.
Excellent answer. Thank you. That covers most of, actually, Surendar actually asked one more thing as part of the question. Would like to know, when can we expect testnet of the platform? I think this would be more testing, since this wouldn't operate on a testnet.
I don't know yet. It's gonna be at least a few months. There's a lot of scaling up to do. We need to onboard more team. There's a lot of aspects to the platform. The fact that it's a pre-planned process from beginning to the end adds quite a few layers of complexity. The gamification system, for example, it needs to be fair while allowing also individual performance to be the key driver. It needs to not be exploitable or breakable in any way, basically. So there's a lot of testing that goes along with it, and that's going to be the first phase before the auditing. After the auditing, there's going to be the public testnet. So it's going to be a while.
Excellent. Well, hopefully we get to that testing soon. That'll be fun. I'm going to break everything, every last thing.
I'll be really fun with that.
Yeah, it's my jam, is breaking things. All right. Next question is from TripFrog. TripFrog would like to know how advanced copy trading is different from regular copy trading.
Excellent question as well. So copy trading, I'll start for some info for the rest of viewers that may not know exactly what that is. Copy trading is a modernization of traditional asset managers, like the brokers you used to call on the phone to buy, sell that. Current asset managers, there's issue with it, like the alignment of interest again between their clients and the fund. They're usually very large, have little interest in the success of your money because they make the fees, along the way, on entry, on exit, and everything else. Our solution instead is attractive because it provides a lot more diversity in the type of champions of traders that you can call to your service. They all will differentiate between one another with different strategies and different preferences, different assets that they like and the likes. It's based on a success basis strictly. So you never really pay your trader if that trader doesn't return a profit to you. This is basically the basic condition of the relation that you establish. Through our platform. The way that relation works is also super interesting and big part of the reason why we call it advanced, and that is that it uses a solution of its own integrating Zenroom. This is a secure environment for cryptographic functions that allows zero knowledge interactions between two users. And also that for those interactions to be programmed in natural language like smart contract programming language. This is called the Zen code. Ultimately, what this means for the people is that anyone can use it, and as a consequence of them using it, of two users making this interaction, a smart contract is deployed to handle those trading terms and that little trading contract that they make. So it's very easily used from both ends. It's only three steps. So you select, you negotiate, and then you have to achieve the targets if you are the champion, the trader, or you select, you negotiate, and you just sit back and relax and collect if you are the patron, the investor. Both of these categories have segments. So, patrons come in different sizes, like for how big of an investor they are. The champions have like the standard version, the pro version, the high frequency traders, and there's also a category for students. So if you're enrolled in, in certain faculties and the likes, we're also going to be offering a free service with some different opportunities, basically catering to students and learning people. Did I answer? Because I kind of get lost. What was the question again? Advanced copy trading, how's it advanced? Yes, all of this.
Yeah, basically the difference between advanced and normal.
All of this, and also you get multipliers. You can you can earn, not win, multipliers by cooperating with other users or competing in tournaments, events, and the likes. So copy trading counts as a cooperative activity, so you earn more points as both categories than you would doing those same trades as an individual user.
That's a pretty thorough answer. And thankfully we could hear you even with all the motorcycle revving behind you or whatever that was.
Sorry.
Loud over there today.
It's
Not your fault.
summer, so
Just loud over there.
people
People
are
gotta have their
going
scooters.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, good times. Surendar, welcome to the call, by the way. Thank you for your question earlier. Hopefully you got the answer you needed. If not, please feel free to elaborate in the AMA question channel. We have one more question currently from Leonie, and Leonie would like to know what chains are going to be available for the idea.
Well, Ethereum and Fantom chain, and well, that should be it for the moment. There might be people also coming through BSC through the TosDis bridge. So kind of depends, but 2 or 3 chains basically.
Excellent. I believe we've currently exhausted all the questions that have been asked so far. Blake is about to ask one as well, I think, but that covers our backlog. Apparently, Blake saw a question on Telegram yesterday asking about our plans for marketing post-IDO. So marketing after the IDOs occur. What the plans are.
Where do we start? We have to do a lot more PR. We have to do a lot more events. We have to engage a lot more. We will need more hands on deck. That's for sure. So I would think that's going to be among the top priorities. We have been and are looking for more agencies to work with. It's not the easiest thing in the world to find competent agencies, but it's an ongoing effort as well. And what else? We have NFT Impact that we've been starting to launch, and we've gathered the first addresses. We've gotten the first winner today for the Golden Meowximus. We have a ton more artwork to distribute through that. That's also a product that we're trying to talk about to other projects, because it has useful applications other than just distributing a ton of NFTs around. For example, for advertisement or for newsletters, these kind of things are all monetizable through NFTs, which is pretty great because they're currently a cost for companies. So turning a cost into a revenue stream is something.
Okay. Excellent. We have a question from DYCP, or also Danny, if I'm pronouncing your username incorrectly, I hope you'll correct us at some point. I don't know if it's just DYCP or what, but anyway, since we see you all the time, Danny would like to know our thoughts on Pulse Chain, since it is an acronym. Good. On our thoughts on Pulse Chain, since all the ERC20s on Ethereum will be copied over to it. Lorenzo, do you have any thoughts on that? Are you familiar with Pulse Chain? It's kind of new.
Actually, I was reading a little bit because I had noticed Danny's messages in Telegram. That's the one about the token sacrifice, right?
I actually don't even know that much.
From the previous maker of Hex coin?
Yeah, that's the one. Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds interesting. It sounds like something that can attract a whole lot of volume on its own, which,
yeah.
They have a history of having been successful at doing it, so that kind of speaks for itself, really. It sounds interesting. I don't know enough about it to say too much in a recorded call, I would think.
Well, for sure, it's you'd be speculating on an unreleased product right now. All we have is the reputation of developers that previously did their thing, and what their plans are. Yeah. So that's what we got. Cool. All right.
And the hexagons are a cool bunch as well.
Cool. I think that answers DYCP's question. And yeah. So unless we get additional questions, I'll have to shuffle and pick a winner. from the list of everyone.
Well, let's give it a moment.
So we've got,
and
yeah.
Otherwise, yes.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just use random.org.
Oh, we have some
and
news
find,
also about the farms. We're expanding them a bit, and basically we're making 3 farms. 2 on Ethereum, 1 on the Fantom chain, and 2 are normal, basically the way that you participate with staking tokens, and the other one instead is the one that uses the NFT nodes that we're going to be selling. So basically, this is a farm with a pre-funded max amount of tokens that are represented by the NFT claim that we then sell, like neat little 50k token boxes.
Very cool. Oh, Danny has another question. Will NFT staking be live on release?
NFT staking, do you mean the LP NFT of UniV3 being staked in the farm to produce rewards in cats? Is that what you mean?
I believe he's elaborating. Or can we stake NFTs? So the only NFT staking I'm aware of is currently what was just discussed, the idea of having 50,000 cats to be stakeable. Danny, are you referring to a specific functionality you saw listed somewhere? Maybe this would be for Meowximus or something like that, but I'm not aware that we'll be doing anything with staking with those.
Well, there's
okay.
3 things that I'm thinking of. Either it's the LP NFT from UniV3, which would be the version 2, the V2 of the farms, or there is the staking the NFT node to claim the 50k tokens in farm number 3, or there is the possibility of staking NFTs, like images NFTs, like the Meowximus NFT, for example, to make it into a card into the game. These are the 3 things that I'm thinking of. Which one is it?
Okay. Danny's referring to the last one.
The last one. Okay, no, that's not live yet. It's being planned, actually. We have added to Discord the relevant expert that will help us deliver it, and making sketches and the likes.
Yeah, we talk a lot about this, so I'm glad you're interested in it, Danny. Cool.
Right, we're basically figuring out how to optimize it at best version possible.
Mm-hmm. Leonie, if you're listening in, quick question. Did you want to do 1 entry per question or 1 entry per user? Just in case you happen to hear this. My default was going to be 1 per user. Per user it is. Cool, thank you. Just for reference, we currently have questions from, I believe it's 6 people. Erde, Johan, Surendar, Frog, and DYCP. So that's 5 actually. So you have a 20% chance of winning 200 cats right now, which is fantastic.
All right, I think you can go ahead with the lottery.
I'll roll the dice, and I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 5, and it'll be the person who asked in order. If anyone has any additional questions, this will be your last moment to do so. I don't see anyone typing though. All right, I'm doing it. Between 1 and 5, random.org give us 3. All right, so the third person, that would be Surendar, who joined the AMA and is currently listening. And so congratulations, you have won.
Congrats.
You have won 200 cats, and your very, very long question has earned you the ability to send Leone a DM with your ETH address. So if we don't get an ETH address from you, Surendar, we will prompt you for one. But please feel free to directly message Leone and provide an 0x style address in a DM, and then we'll send you 200 cats. Congratulations.
All right. Obviously, we're always available for any other question anytime you have them, really. And not necessarily only here in the AMAs, but here in the AMAs, you can actually get some tokens for it.
Yeah, we do love giving stuff away when we can. We'll do more of that. We've been toying with other ideas as well for giveaways, so stay tuned. Tell your friends.
Oh, actually, there is a little other update, and that's concerning two listings. And basically, we're going to be doing more than just Uniswap. We're going to also be listing in miner capacity with like 20% of the raise on SpiritSwap, so on Fantom chain, which adds market depth and more buyers to it. And we're also going to be listing on a small centralized exchange called Tokpie, which does social bounties, all of it basically right after round 3. So that's also concerning to post IDO marketing plans. We'll have bounties running. We'll have airdrops, giveaways, NFT giveaways, NFT newsletters. Hopefully, partnership announcements as well, and a bunch of stuff, basically.
Excellent. Spread those tokens around. Get them all over the place. Everyone's going to know about the cats.
Indeed, we have to win the spot as as the cats token.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, we got the leverage for that. I think it's going to happen. Okay, so we've announced the Meowximus winner. That's again Rykoshin93 for anyone who missed it. Wallet addressing in 8871C. We've chosen Surendar as the winner for the 200 cats out of the 5 questions that were asked, or 5 users really. And we'll provide some notes to Telegram users who missed this AMA after the call. At any point, you don't need to wait for an AMA to ask us questions. You can always use general, the AMA question channel, or directly message any of our staff with questions that you have. We're always here for you. And Lorenzo, thank you for your time. We always appreciate you making time out of your very busy schedule to do an AMA once a week.
It's my pleasure.
Cool. I guess we'll sign off. Thanks very much for everybody for joining. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next week, I hope. We'll be here same bat time, same bat channel.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
Bye-bye.